Do you ever wonder why some chords just sound right together? That's because they are natural chords and they come right from the major scale. Today, I'm going to show you the 7 natural chords that exist in every key, how to use them, and why they're the backbone of just about every song that you love. Let's get started. A natural chord is a chord that was built using the notes from the key that it's in. So it is either naturally major, or it's naturally minor, or it's naturally diminished. Let's get into that a little bit. So we've talked about major scales a lot together already. Okay, here it is again. It's time to make the distinction between what is a scale and what is considered a key. And here's how I make that distinction. A scale deals with notes. This is a sequence of notes. But a key is an upgrade. It's a huge step up. This is no longer a group of notes. It's a group of chords. When you make chords, though, instead of notes, now it's vastly more complicated. Is it a major chord? Is it a minor chord? What are we doing? If we're in the key of C major, that's a really easy example because it has no sharps or flats in it. And we want to use natural chords. Some of those are going to be naturally major and others are going to be naturally minor if we only use the notes in C major to build all of our chords. Let's look at our 3 chord just as an example. In this case, E is sitting in the 3rd space. E is the 3rd. Now, if you were to break down all of the notes that exist in the E major chord, it'd be the 1st, 3rd, and 5th of E, which is E, G sharp, and B. And you'll notice right away, G sharp is not in the key of C. As soon as you play a sharp or a flat anything, you're outside the realm of C major. But if you were instead to play E, G, and B, now you're jiving with the key of C major. You're using only notes that are included in that scale. E, G, and B is an E minor chord. And that's what makes this chord naturally minor in the key of C major. Now we can kind of just skip to the fun part, which is where I tell you what the natural chords are. Here they are. This system works for every single key. The 1 is naturally major. We're in a major key, and so the 1 is major. The 2 is naturally minor. The 3 is naturally minor. The 4 is naturally major. The 5 is major. The 6 is minor. And the 7th is naturally diminished, which you're probably not going to see that too much. What's that? You want to know how this shows up in the real world? It's in every song you've ever played, just about. Have you ever played a song that went G, D, E minor, C? You just used natural chords. That's the 1, the 5, the 6 minor, and the 4. What if you're in the key of C? C, G, A minor, F. That's the same progression. 1, 5, 6 minor, 4. Find myself in times of trouble. Mother Mary comes to me. Here's the same progression in D. With or without you, I can't live. With or without you. Key of A. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish not. Anyway, it's all over the place. And that was me just playing the 1, 5, 6 minor, 4 progression. Just think if you were writing your own song, you could play the 2 minor if you wanted. You could even play the 3 minor if you wanted. Let's not get too crazy. I hope this pushes you to be more key-minded in your learning. If you go and learn a song and you don't ask yourself, what key am I in? You're kind of doing yourself a disservice, because you could just change the key of that song to make it better for your voice. Or, there's a lot of freedom around knowing what the natural chords are and knowing what key you're in. It's really kind of a game changer at the end. It was for my career. Of course, I played guitar for about 13 years and never knew what key I was in. I'm bragging. But now that I do know what key I'm in, I'm I'm fulfilling my obligation as a guitar player in the know to preach to you about major scales. You need to know your major scales, and you need to know the natural chords. So, end of lesson. Hope you enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.